I just checked my bank account and I'm good. I'm flexing, yeah, cause my singles going off in my hood. I'm flexing, yeah, everywhere I go, you know it's all love. I'm flexing.
Yo, what's good, Crazy Nation? It's your boy Espy Rep the Crazy. You know what it is? I'm back again with another reaction. This is to Mamamoo 뮤직뱅크 4Flowers performance. Let's get it. Let's go.
4Flowers.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Whatever. I'll just do that. Fan chant back.
화려하게 빛날 때 활짝 피운 꽃은 지겠지.
Damn, that's low.
한순간 깊게 물들어 봄날처럼 스치듯 안녕. 그림 채로 깊게 펴 War don't school I'm the only one. 그림 채로 깊게 펴 War don't school I'm the only one that pay. 날카롭게 뺏은 저 틈에 갇힌 채 내를 계속 쭉 번져 거친 호. One for the memories, two for the flag, three for the silence, four for the shade. 계절이 지나.
It's everything about this group. The fans, the vocals, the groove, the funk. It's things that I've missed about this group. It reminds me of EXO's comeback. Do you agree? It gives me the exact same feeling that EXO's comeback gave me. Where I find it actually very sad that we never got to see BTS in shows like this. Because that would have been amazing. It would have been and you know I wouldn't be surprised if the members would have loved it. Would have loved to do it anyway. But yeah, like it's to me, I love seeing groups like even I haven't watched IOI's performances, but I've heard the crowd and the fan chants and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, it's so nice. It's like it takes me back, even though I wasn't watching at the time, it takes me back to their old school encores and their old school performances. And it makes me happy. It brings a joy to me of like what you say, Majo, older K-pop. That's what it really takes me back to like the 2018s, even before that, where it was so important about vocals, about the vocals were connected to the music and the sound, but not only that, the chant, the fan chant meant something. You know what I mean? Like it's loud, it's clear, it's direct, and it hits. It really hits. This might be, I don't know if it's a pre-hook, pre-chorus, chorus. I think it's one of the most impactful parts of a song I've heard this year. That part. I get goosebumps. Another thing I noticed about this song, it has all of the genres that they've done in the past combined. besides like probably like hip. And what I mean by that is the way that they're able to make. Actually, no, I would say hip is there because I would say Hwasa's beginning is very similar to hip. The low tone, that low tone that she uses, it reminds me of that really low. It's very bassy. She has this low bassy tone that's just it's gorgeous to listen to. But like the like for example, the part of the chorus that I was talking about, that reminds me of their more meaningful songs. You know that like using Solar's voice as a powerhouse. That power vocal where it's like, okay, let's get this meaning across, and then it goes to the 4 Flowers, and that reminds me of like Dinga, and stuff like that. It reminds me of those songs where it's a bit more catchy. It's got that meaningful part of the chorus, and then it transitions to like a more catchy, you know what I mean? Like hip and songs like that, which that's why I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. How they're able to do both. And as well, they make a choreo out of it due to that, you know? I love that run. Riff, run, whatever you call it. Right? Doesn't that give you like that go baby dinga sound? It's like as well. Hwasa's low tone reminds me of Aya too. Where that's why I like when they do that. I like that one thing about Mamamoo that I've always enjoyed is that they're able to fit multiple genres into a sound, and it works. They're one of the few groups, I feel like them, EXO, it's more of the older groups. Super Junior do it very well. You know? Like those groups, the older groups do that very well, where they're able to mix multiple genres and it doesn't sound like they're overdoing it. They find a way to make it clean and crisp. And this is one of those songs. Like, see, it goes back to that. It goes back to the powerhouse. Imagine it shows what you said about them developing as soloists. It's a good thing what they're doing. It's not like because let's be honest, they can't go back to the old Mamamoo. They have to evolve it because they've evolved as artists and as singers. They've adapted into doing what they can do now. So what you got to do is try to find a way to merge it together, but still not lose that Mamamoo sound that you had before. So pretty much you're doing what like Twice, I would say Twice and BTS did, which is develop the sound. It evolved. The sound is evolving instead of going backwards. Yeah, exactly. They could, but it would take a step back artistically. Exactly. And it wouldn't feel natural to the art that they've done as soloists. So instead, what they do is they develop the sound and improve it instead of going backwards, which is the smartest thing to do. And especially if you're someone like, what did you say about Solar? From what I've heard, it was Solar coming up with the concept. So that makes a lot of sense. Like, let's be honest, they all, from what I understand from Mamamoo, it seems like they keep in touch with each other. They support each other vocally, like, you know what I mean? Not vocally, publicly, with their solos and stuff like that. So I bet someone like Solar, or like, for example, a great example would have been WJSN's comeback with Exy, and the way that Exy made the song for their comeback, the way that B2B, was it Hyunsik? It was Hyunsik, right? He made the comeback. He made the song for their comeback. And that's the importance of caring about your group. You know how much the fans care. And it's like, okay, well, we want to put everything into this. We don't just want it to just be a comeback, Because a lot of artists just make comebacks for the sake. Well, it's not really the artists, it's the companies, right? It's the companies making comebacks for the sake of making a comeback. While this doesn't feel like that. This doesn't feel like a cash grab. That's the best way to explain it. This does not feel like a cash grab. This actually feels like it's meaningful. It means something to these members. It means something to this group. Because let's be honest, if they made it a cash grab, who knows how this would be reacted to, or like the response that they would have got for it. I'm the soil beneath, keeping all your memories. What a line. Because obviously the last one, Solar, the one that sings this, right? In the first time that you hear that, the difference between Solar and Ween vocally is so fascinating. Because obviously Solar has more of that power, that raw power, while Ween's is more of a technical power. Like it's something that's developed. Do you get what I mean by that? It's something that's like she learned. Do you get what I mean by that? It's something that got developed and it still works though. It still works. And it feels even as impactful as Solar's, even though it has less power, which is really good. Very clever. Power that she does with this is nuts, because look how far that mic is. I love a vocalist that knows their power. Nice work, Moonbyul. I like how Moonbyul highlights Ween's voice here, because what she does is she makes a overlay. She puts an outline. She puts an outline behind Ween's voice, and it works. Oh yes, she made it even better than the studio version. Yes. Awesome. I like it like this.
이별 뒤에 우리 더 사랑하고
Fuck this group. I knew they were gonna end it like this. I knew. I'm like, we haven't gotten anything like that yet. And of course, they save it to the end to make it more impactful.
어차피 거친 다시 지고 이별 뒤에 우리 더 사랑하고
That's very clever. Plus, it's like, okay, I'm too old for this shit. Fucking, let's end this, please. Moonbyul's like my favorite part. I can flirt with the camera. I can flirt with the fans. So I was like, okay, heart, have a heart. Oh my god, I love this group. I've said this. As much as I like them as soloists, there's something about this group when they're together that is, it's just different. There's something about this group, because to me, this is the group that, in my personal opinion, they're the only one of the few groups that I've seen where a company completely trusts them. You know what I mean? It completely trusts them to just go, just sing. And to be honest, they're a group that I feel like don't give a fuck about what their company says. Like they're going to do it, whether you like it or not. Good luck trying to control them and go, oh no, you're not allowed to sing. You have to lip sync. They're not doing that, you know? And plus, if anyone has ever seen them lip sync, it's a fucking disaster. it is a disaster. So I love that. I love that. You know exactly, with Mamamoo, every time you know what you're gonna get. That's the thing that I think surprises me the most about them. Is that you know what you're going to get, but yet they still surprise you. That says something about this group, right? You know how good they are, but they still amaze you. They remind me of, like, a great example is like watching someone that's amazing at what they do. For example, I always like to bring sports references, right? Like a Michael Jordan, a Messi, like that, right? Even you can even say Michael Jackson. You know what he was going to do. You know how he was going to do it. He did it multiple times, but it still fucking amazes you every time you see it. No matter how old he got, it was amazing. You know what I mean by that? It's the same exact thing. Like, there's times where I watch, like, stuff like that. Even there's times where you see it with F1, Hamilton, Verstappen, where it's just like, what the at the like, you know what I mean? It's just like, what the hell? Like, anytime they actually want to, like, switch it on, they remind you of why they're so good. You know what I mean? They remind you of why they were why they're considered the greats. It's amazing when you see that. You know, it's that stubbornness that they have. And I feel like, to me, Mamamoo has that stubbornness of, we're better than, I personally believe they believe this. We're better than everyone. And they know it. I personally believe they know it. They know that no group sings like them in K-pop right now. So they're gonna, and that's what I like about this moment. This moment is them just embracing. Who knows the next? It reminds me of. This is gonna be a crazy comparison because I know it's not the same. It reminds me of when New Jeans did their last couple of performances, where it was just like, we know we're gonna have a long, you know what I mean? Like a long period of, we're gonna be away, and they're just enjoying it. You know what they're enjoying the moment that they're having. Because that's the thing, you never know if this is gonna last forever, you know? And I love seeing artists embrace that as a group. They embrace it as a group, and it's like, we're gonna embrace this and appreciate it while we have it here. You know? And I feel like that's so important. I remember when we saw 21's come back. Didn't that have the same feeling? It had the same exact feeling. Where it's like, because, you know, it's just appreciating what you have. And I feel like K-pop fans take this for granted. I feel like a lot of K-pop fans take it, music fans in general, not just K-pop fans, even sports fans, they take everything for granted. Me, I appreciate things while they're here. And that's why I've missed Mamamoo so much. Because I'm going to appreciate them while they're here. And everyone goes, oh, but they're still doing solo stuff. It's not the same. There's something about them as a group that, to me, it's magical. There's a magical feeling about them as a group. Like, when I hear people call girl groups boss groups, Mamamoo's the only one that gives me that energy. Well, not only one, but one of the main ones that gives me that energy. That they feel like they're the most respected one. They're the most respected. I feel like they're the most respected girl group, especially right now. Until obviously Girls' Generation or someone like that comes back, they're definitely it. And you see it. And you see it. We waited 4 years for this comeback. Mamamoo now know how thankful they have to be right now. 100%. Like, I don't think people get this. And especially new K-pop fans. I don't think you're gonna get it unless you think outside the box. Like, for example, what I did last year for, was it Super Junior? Yeah, Super Junior, where I was like, wow, this feels magical. And I was like, if I feel this way, I can't imagine how else feel. You know? When you're able to bring that out, it's special. I want to watch this again. I enjoyed this so much. I'm listening to it. Like I said, I'm appreciating why they're here. She does it throughout the whole song.
우리는 아는 걸 이걸 다시 피우는 꽃 4Flowers better shade 4Flowers 4Flowers better shade 4Flowers
It goes through like that emotional thing and then goes back to that mellow tone sound. And it goes, okay, let's go back to that because we have to build it back up again. Instead of keeping it the same energy, I like that.
멈추지 않을 flow 멀어져도 왜 우린 왜 야부리게 고개들어 끝이 끝나지 않도록 You found it fast get with the breathing 않도록
This says everything. Watch this transition from Moonbyul's smile. She's smiling like, yeah, that's my best friend. Yeah.
고개들어 끝이 끝나지 않도록 You found it fast get with the breathing I'm serving this keeping all your memories 만나 이별 똑같지만 확실한 건 오직 내 결정 One for the memories, two for the flame Three for the silence, four for the shame 우리가 지나온 그 자리에 꽃은 피고 꽃은 다시 지고 이별 뒤에 우린 꽃은 다시 지고 이별 뒤에 우린 사랑하고 그까지도 우리는 알았던 이별 후에 다시 피우는 꽃 Only 4Flowers 여기 다시 그 위로 Only 4Flowers 흩날리던 기억들 다 모아 Don't let them slip away We bring the light inside our heart 새롭게 다시 피어나 4Flowers 4Flowers spreading red 4Flowers 내오는 숲을 4Flowers 새롭게 다시 피어나 4Flowers
I like how they go through the four members.
새롭게 다시 피어나 4Flowers 4Flowers spreading red 4Flowers 내오는 숲을
I never noticed that. The raise of the eyebrow. I love how this goes from such a beautiful moment like this, right? This beautiful moment. This song flexes every power that Mamamoo has. Everything. The vocal colors, the harmonies, the rapping, the low tones, the high tones, obviously the harmonization. Fuck, they even do choreo in this song, which a lot of people say, oh, Mamamoo can't do choreo. So like, all right, fuck it, we'll do choreo just because like the dance challenges and stuff like that, right? The genre of this is a mystery. The genre of this is Mamamoo. That's the genre. I agree. The genre of this is Mamamoo. That is the genre. They've literally created their own genre. And because this has everything. That's why I called this the song of the year. Because this reminds me of what was the closest thing to this that I can remember? It reminded me of EXO's comeback when they first came back. Not this year, the one in 2022. What year was that? 2022? The one where they did Cream Soda and all that. That comeback. Let Me In. Remember, Let Me In was the first comeback. And I remember I said the exact same thing. I was like, this, you could see what was missing with them. You know what I mean? Like the sound, the everything. You understand it. Even like with B2B, like a lot of people say, their recent comeback. As much as I love their comebacks where the ones that some of the members were Changsub and that were missing, it didn't hit the same. But when we got like this year's comeback, where all of them are together, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's like, yes, this is what we wanted. This is what we've been waiting for, and this is what K-pop needs. And I feel the same thing about this with Mamamoo. It's because those certain groups, they created genres in their own way. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, it's not, it's K-pop. I don't agree with that. Because no one in K-pop does what Mamamoo does. I can't think of any group that does what they do. You know, the way that they mix music all together. Mamamoo's one of those, ironically, all the groups that I'm naming, none of them follow trends. EXO doesn't follow trends. Mamamoo doesn't follow trends. BTB definitely doesn't follow trends either. Neither of them do that. Because a lot of people go, oh, I remember when I heard EXO's comeback, where a lot of people were like, oh, they're following what K-pop is now. No, EXO created that fucking genre. EXO and Super Junior were like the groups that created that sound. Like, without those groups, you would have never gotten those sounds. They were the first groups to perform to, you know what I mean? To those specific sounds. And I feel like Mamamoo, honestly, I can't think of a group. I've said this always. I don't think there's any group like Mamamoo, and I don't think there ever will be. It's the same way how I feel towards Girls' Generation and Red Velvet. Twice fits there too, where I don't think we'll ever see groups like that ever again. And I feel like all of those groups are being taken advantage of. With Mamamoo, I wonder what their comeback will sound like. Let's see what's popular now. I see. So I know what it's not going to be. Yeah, exactly. 100%. This is incredible. Like, you see this reaction by Hwasa, right? You can tell it's genuine. You can see her, it's emotional. You see, it's like, shit. Because it must be surreal for them to make a comeback after such a long time. It must be surreal to be together again. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, it's only 4 years. That's still a long time. That is a very long time. It's still a very long time. And it's nice to see. is this, what, like I said, this warmed my heart. This gives me hope in a way, and not for anything, it just gives me hope in general. I just feel that I'm like, wow, this is what it feels like again. I've missed this. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. So if y'all like this, give this a thumbs up. None of that. Comment if you want to see more. Subscribe, and remember, keep living a crazy life and stay blessed. Peace. Laters. Whoop. Peace.